Good morning, everyone. I am doing today for you guys sun-dried tomatoes. So I've kind of started and got some of the tomatoes ready, but I'm going to show you the process. So here's my tomato. I'm using like little plum tomatoes. So you cut your tomato right down in half. I'm using a serrated knife, which makes this job very easy. So you take your knife and you go cut around the core of the tomato, and you sort of slice all the way down in through, and then you remove the center and take your spoon and then get the rest of the seeds and the liquids out, as much liquid as possible. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to take the knife and slice all the way around. You get that core loosened up and out, and then the spoon removes the rest of the seed and some of the liquid. So you put this, all your tomatoes, on a parchment lined tray, and then what you need to do is you need to put sea salt on. I use pink, I think it's pink Himalayan sea salt. It's lovely for it. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. So you take some in your hands and you just kind of sprinkle over the tomatoes. And that's it. That's how simple it is. I mean, anybody can do this, and these can be used in so many different varying ways, which we'll talk about later. So I have preheated my oven to 250 degrees. I'm going to put the tray of tomatoes in, and they need to be in for 2.5 to 3 hours, even a little bit more if you need to. Also, the last half an hour, check your tomatoes. Some, if there's varying sizes of tomatoes that you're dehydrating, some may be done before others. You can pull those out and leave the other ones in. You just want to make sure that they all are dried really, really, really well. The other thing, just 1 second, I am going to, on my tray of tomatoes, I'm going to put some of this thyme. I'm going to dry the thyme with the tomatoes. When you are bottling tomatoes for the fridge, you cannot use fresh herbs in it, because that can cause botulism, believe it or not. So everything has to be dried. So I've taken this and washed it from the garden, and I'm going to lay it just over some of the tomatoes here. And I also have a little basil that I'm going to put on here, because basil, of course, and tomatoes is wonderful together. So I'm going to put this in with these lovely herbs, and everything will sort of dry out together and dehydrate together. This is a really fine leaf thyme here. So the fine leaf thyme is going on, and a little bit of basil is going on, and we're good to go. So here we are, folks. Looks lovely. I'll be back to you when this is all dehydrated and I'm ready to bottle or freeze or whatever we're going to do with this, and show you the next process. So until then, have a great day, and I'll see you later.